Yo, hello, Yomos. Welcome in. We're back with your... Yes, it's been a long time. We're back with your Yomo provided content with Yomo Kai and Yomo Kuhnard. And
I hope I do a lot more.
none of the OG Yomo because he wanted to sleep. But we promise Mook will be here at some point.
Yeah, he'll be here on.
Yeah, this is like, I guess, the reboot of the channel for the 2025 season.
It's probably like the official launch of our official channel too.
Yeah, it's the official launch of our official channel. But we're gonna go through each division one by one, and today we're starting with the AFC South. So this is your AFC South division preview. And starting us off, we got the Houston Texans, who have a win total of 9.5. And they've added Nick Chubb, re-signing Bugawale. They're bringing in a couple of receivers with Christian Kirk and Braxton Berrios.
They brought in Kirk too. Sheesh.
Yeah, they traded Kirk for a 7th round pick. The Jags got a 7th for him.
They got a steal with that.
He's coming off of an injury, so we'll have to see what's happening. He's starting to get older too.
He's gonna be a number 3 or 2 option. I think that's a steal.
I mean, Nico's the one. I don't know who the 2 would be off the top of my head.
They got a lot of young receivers that are good there, I feel like.
They kept Danielle Hunter.
Isn't that Mixon here? Or is that a different running back I'm thinking
Mixon has had some struggles in the preseason you like to hear about. They did get C.J. Gardner-Johnson as well.
I didn't even hear about that. But what the
hell?
I'm fucking behind, apparently.
They traded the Eagles for they gave up a guard in Kenyon Green and a 2026 5th rounder.
That's not bad.
I mean, they did lose.
The guard. Yeah.
They did lose Laramie Tunzel, which
that's a huge loss
for an O-line that was already towards the bottom of the league. Yeah, not good. Not what you like to hear. But lost Stephon Diggs. They lost Bobby Trees. But I mean, that mainly just the one big loss. Shored up the defense a little bit. How we feeling about Texans over 9.5?
Over, so 10 wins on the year.
I'm be real. I don't love it. I think that O-line's a big issue.
Yeah, and let me see here. They play a lot of good defenses.
Yeah, what are we?
They play against Los Angeles, who usually has a solid defense. I do think they can easily outshoot Los Angeles, though, in terms of points.
I mean, you get the Panthers early. Oh wait, that's preseason. Hold on. You get Tampa
week
early
1
on,
Los Angeles.
division. I mean,
Tampa has a tough defense. Baltimore is gonna have a tough defense. I feel like they added to it quite a bit.
I mean, you got your division. Yeah, all your NFC games are kind of tough. They're playing the West, which I feel like is a pretty good division overall. Pretty solid division. Seattle's a question mark.
Yeah, they're an enigma right now.
They're a question mark. That's going to be an interesting team to talk to when we get down to that line.
San Fran will probably have a good defense still. So
Denver will probably be good. Buffalo.
KC, Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo is a little bit softer in terms of defense, but you're gonna be in a shootout with them.
You're playing the AFC West, which is
then Los Angeles near the end of the year. That's a lot of good defenses.
The best collection of coaches we've ever seen in one division. Playing the AFC West is
let's play the win or loss game and see where we would put them, I guess. So they're over, so they need to get 10 wins, hit their over, or hit their mark. I think they beat Los Angeles. Tampa is a riskier one, especially because it's early on in the year. So Los Angeles, let's do this. Los Angeles, win or loss?
Oh God, I got them losing. I think that O-line's gonna be a problem, man. I think any team with a young defense is gonna be just at CJ. And I don't like the vibes around Mixon entering the year hurt.
I got them winning. I think mainly just because like the offensive side of the ball for Los Angeles is so fucking like very murky. I think that CJ can get him out of that one. But then when you go to Tampa in week 2, win or loss?
Once again, I have them losing. I love Tampa.
I think they lose to Tampa too. I'm not gonna lie. I think that defense is going to fucking hound them. And I mean, if Baker plays like Baker played last year, that offense is gonna be cooking.
I think they'll
So,
they'll probably split with Jacksonville. I mean,
yeah,
give them both
Jacksonville.
Tennessee games. Baltimore's a loss. Seattle, probably a win. I don't know where to put Seattle. I am very conflicted about how I feel about the Seahawks.
So Jacksonville.
Niners, I'll give them a win.
Yeah,
Denver, probably give them a loss. Buffalo, that's a loss. Indy's probably a win. I don't know how to feel about the Colts either. I don't like anything they're doing at quarterback.
I think
love Shane Steichen, but
Colts. I think they sweep the Colts. I think they sweep the what's it called? Why am I blanking on the name? Titans.
KC.
I think they got.
I
think they got 1-1 with Jacksonville.
And then Arizona and the Cardinals and the Raiders. They'll lose one of those two games. You can pick which one.
I'm gonna pick the Cardinals in my own sand. So let's see here. That'd be 1-1. That'd be 2-2.
I feel like 10 is a very generous line. But I also feel like it depends on how you feel about the rest of the AFC South. Like I said, I think bringing in CJ, good move. I mean, they brought back a lot of the same players. Didn't lose a whole lot, you know? I mean, you lost Diggs. You lost Tunzel. Like I said, it's just an O-line that wasn't very amazing to begin with. And you lost your best O-lineman, so I don't know. I'm a bit iffed out by the Texans. I think they'll be fine. I just don't think they'll be great. Like I said, I'm thinking anywhere between that 7 and 10 win area for them personally. I do think the Nick Chubb signing could be a fun one. Asking him to just play backup. I don't know. If Mixon misses the year, he could be starter at the beginning of the year.
It's gonna be crazy. I think they get about 9 wins. I don't think they hit 10, but I think they get 9 out of the schedule.
I mean, not to mention they did also take a receiver with their first pick, which was in the second round.
But I feel like they have I like their schedule more than some other teams in this division. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some other teams got fucked.
Like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how this wide receiver core shakes out because they did pick up some young receivers.
They've been drafting good at wide receiver.
Like I said, for me, it's basically a lot of it's just the O line. Like, oh, I'm nervous about what's gonna be protecting CJ.
Mm.
But yeah, like I said, I'm under 10. I wouldn't be shocked if they got there, but for me, it is an under.
I'll also take the under, but it's like a right under at 9 for me.
All right, you got anything else you want to say about the Texans before we move on?
No, not really. I mean, they're probably the team that's going to take the division, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will definitely get to that. All right, next up on the list, we got the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, God.
Danny Dimes.
My boy Daniel
with a
Dimes.
1 year, $14 million deal. I mean, Richardson's already hurt.
Yeah, the fact that he's coming in, he's going to be starting for Indianapolis now is fucking... Man, he's going to play enough to get another contract. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he definitely might. They didn't really make a lot of big moves. They brought in Khalil Herbert, but I mean, you have Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, like, there isn't really a whole lot of moves that the Colts made besides bringing in Daniel Jones. They did draft a tight end with their first pick, which should see the field.
What's his name?
Almost immediately. Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren. He was hurt a little bit, but I think that was a minor injury.
You know, got an edge in a corner with their second and third picks. I mean,
very quiet team in the offseason.
Yeah, very quiet team. And did they really lose anyone? I mean, not anyone that you would be like is a massive loss. Very quiet team. I mean, you know, they lost Sam Ellinger, Flacco, Sermon.
Yeah, no one was like, oh my God, that's going to impact them.
They did lose their kickers to the...
Damn, it's a bad day.
But yeah, this team really didn't make a lot of moves. It's just, is it going to be Daniel Jones or is it going to be Anthony Richardson? I feel like the upside is there for Richardson if he ever stayed healthy and like strung together a couple of good games to get some momentum going. And I feel like every time I watch Richard, it's just him taking deep shots and them not panning out.
Yeah, he doesn't throw the ball accurately. That's the biggest issue with him. As far as we see him so far, I feel like he hasn't been an accurate passer, but he's been phenomenal when he takes off.
Their over-under is 7.5 wins, which I feel like is kind of generous. Let's look. Let's see what we got here.
They got Miami to start the year. That could go either way.
Denver. Yeah, they play the AFC. Everyone's gonna be playing the AFC West here. Chargers, Steelers.
I feel like that is still pretty generous with the schedule.
Yeah, like I said, I like Shane Steichen. I think it's possible, but I don't.
6 wins is the over under.
7.5.
I don't see them taking 7.5. I don't see them. I don't see 7. I don't see 8 games. I'm seeing them take 8 games here.
It's very hard when you don't know who the starting quarterback is, and
well,
you have.
I think even if Anthony Richardson starts, unless he takes a giant leap.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think Richardson is the guy.
Like, he has to take a major leap to win some of these games.
I mean, here's the thing. Do you think that the team will win more with Danny Dimes than with AR?
Danny Dimes might do some black magic, bro.
He comes out and starts slinging.
He does have a chip on his shoulder.
Well, I mean,
I
right
like
now
Danny
it's like
Dimes,
that.
but I don't.
that would
I don't
be there.
think.
I feel like if you're the Colts, your goal this season is we got to figure out if we got the guy or do we need to try to go draft the guy.
I love Danny Dimes, but I don't think he. What? How many wins did he get last season with Minshew?
Well, Minshew was a Raider.
I don't know. What
They
year was
had
he? He was a Colt the year before then, wasn't he?
he
I
was
definitely remember Minshew
he
being
was
a
an
Colt.
Eagle the year before them.
What the fuck? What year was
I
that?
don't remember Minshew being a Colt. Maybe my history's off. I remember
Unless I'm thinking another Colt
they
guy.
had Carson Wentz. I remember they had Phillip Rivers, who low key didn't have a. That season was actually a really good Rivers season. Like people sleep on it, but he got him to the playoffs. I think he threw damn near 4K.
2023.
Was he ever the starter?
So it was the year before last season. He was the starter. He took over for a little bit. He didn't start all year, but he took over, I believe. Let's see, Colts in 2023. Alright. I don't remember if he started or not. That's why I remember, like when he started.
Shoot, dude, I
Record. They went 9-8. I remember when they put Minshew in, they started to do very well. I think was he in all year long? I don't remember. That's why these are. I'm sure.
well, wasn't Richardson drafted in 2023?
Yeah, the time.
And he got hurt halfway through the year. But I couldn't tell you when Minshew took over. All it says here, it says Minshew started 13 games.
Yeah, so he played most of the year. If Minshew can win them, fucking what would that be? I think 9. Yeah, I don't know how many games he won. Try to do some looking up in the background here.
Yeah, I am.
Try to do some research before I spout some bullshit.
I am like looking here, right? That last season that Rivers played for him, he threw over 4,000 yards, 24 TDs, 11 interceptions. Defo was not bad for him, but yeah, like, what are you trying to look up?
I see how many games they won under Minshew when he was starting.
He
1, 2. When the fuck did the? I'm gonna assume that Minshew was like in for majority of these wins since he played 13 games.
Well, yeah, I think Richardson played the first 4, then he suffered that. Season ender. Games played 17, 3,300 yards, 15 TDs, 9 interceptions.
Yeah, okay. Well, my point being, if Minshew could win, the bar was what, 7 wins for the Colts?
Yeah. No,
If
it's
Minshew
7.5.
Okay, so Minshew could take him to a 9-win year. I think Danny Dimes could repeat similar success. I feel like they're kind of like in the same vein, same tier almost. I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like they're kind of just both quality backups that could do that kind of thing.
I don't know. I'm still leaning on the under for the Colts.
I would take the under still, but like I don't think it's as outlandish as it sounded now.
I mean, I don't think it's outlandish. There's always the possibility that JT just pops for like a 1,500-yard plus season or something.
Mm-hmm. And all Danny Dimes has to do is, what he loves to do.
I mean, I think, if you were being real, you would love to, like, start Richardson and hope he gets better. But, I mean, there's only so much time you could sit. There's only so much time and so many chances you get before people are going to.
Well, I'm just going based off the assumption, like, he might miss a couple games.
I'm not an AR believer, so, like, I don't know.
If he misses a couple games and Danny Dimes does good while he's
I
then you're
personally,
like, oh.
I personally like Daniel Jones. I get why people don't like Daniel Jones. I get why people like Mr. Asian call him Danny Pennies. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Colts are gonna be a potential dumpster fire to watch, but I feel like Shane Steichen's a good enough coach that they're going to win some games on the coaching alone.
Yeah, I feel
like they're like kind of in the middle. I feel like they have good talent. It's just getting someone under center that can put it all together.
They got a lot of pieces there. They just need like leader.
I mean, you got JT, you got Pittman, you got
Downs, my boy Downs, the real number one wide receiver.
I forgot the other guy's name. The short, fast dude.
Fuck. I don't look at Colts players in a hot minute.
Fantasy relevant dude because he kept catching touchdowns. He was boomer bust for sure. Ultimate
Alec
boomer
Pierce?
bust. Yeah, that guy.
Man.
I love Alec Pierce. But all right, let's move on, y'all. Oh, hell yeah. We get to talk about my boy, Trevor by God Lawrence. We got the Jaguars. They've brought in Diami Brown. Isn't really a whole lot here. They brought in Dwayne Smoot for an end. Brought in a couple guards. I'm gonna be real. Y'all start getting me on O-line. I get lost. They brought in Johnny Munt and Hunter Long. I mean, Evan Ingram left, so I mean, bringing in some tight ends probably isn't the craziest. Mitch Morse retired. That's actually a center that I do know. Old center. I mean, they lost Gabe Davis, Devin Duvernay, Christian Kirk, Josh Reynolds. Depleted.
They lost a lot.
They also lost CJ Beathard and Mac Jones.
But in the saving grace of their wide receiving core, they still have Ridley, right? Or no,
they do not have Ridley. They have Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, Brian Thomas.
And they drafted Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis
they also
Hunter.
took a corner when they got back up in the third round.
Yeah, they took Travis Hunter.
I mean, like I said, Jacksonville's over-under is also 7.5.
We still have ETN.
They still have ETN. They still have, obviously,
Tank.
Trevor. Tank. I mean, they're a young team.
I think ETN's have had a really bad year. And people were quick to dismiss them, but I still believe in ETN personally.
I think you just feel like if you drafted ETN, you just feel like you got burnt last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do get the Panthers week 1, so Panthers, Cincy, Houston, San Fran.
Fucked up schedule, not gonna lie.
I actually don't think that. I'm very shaky on Cincinnati and San Francisco.
Well, I know the
and
Jaguars
Houston
don't
for
have
that matter.
Defense. So that Cincy game.
I mean, it does get like worse, obviously, with KC and the Rams and the Raiders, and yeah, just a little spoiler. I'm kind of high on the AFC West. I think everyone over there is doing very good things.
That Cincy game for Jacksonville, that might be a betting game, bro.
It could be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you get the Jets on this schedule.
Who the fuck knows what the Jets are gonna be?
Yeah.
I would take the under on them.
on what, the Jags?
The Jets existing.
I love Justin Fields, man. I want it to work out.
Me
I'm gonna be
too.
real, dude. Like, I feel like the Jags can compete for this division, and maybe that's just me being a blind faith with Trevor, but that's my boy. I would lean over on Jacksonville, but this thing it's a very young team. It could go off the rails badly.
What was the over under?
7.5, the same as Indy.
I like Jacksonville too. I just don't like the schedule they got for personally.
I mean, they got that boy, for you say, Alua Khan.
I think they could take the over though. I think that's a fine over. Because I think they're gonna be the only people competing for this division. At the end of the day, I think it's gonna be a two-person race.
I forgot the tight end name. What is it? Britton Strange? Is that their starter now? He had some games last year.
But that Panthers matchup will be nice to start.
I mean, dude, it's a lot of young on this roster. I mean, you know, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, BTJ, Travis Hunter, Tank, and De'Ami Brown on the younger side too. I don't know how old he is, but
he's like mid-20s, I want to say.
2021 round 3 pick 82. So yeah, you got a lot of young on this team. It's going to be really crazy to see. I'll say this, I like it more than I like last year. You told me that Gabe Davis was the 2 going into last year. I was like, bruh, we've downgraded.
Yeah, Gabe Davis.
But I don't know. I like the Jags. Maybe it's blind love for Trevor, but I don't know. Like I said, with Houston's shaky O-line and questions at QB and Indy, I feel like the Jags could come up and surprise this division.
Yeah, I like the Jags this year.
And I'm very excited to see what Travis Hunter does. Can you imagine watching your feed and all of a sudden you just see defensive interception touchdown?
That would be soiling if you were on the other end. I don't think he's going to get to play both ends of the field, but we'll see.
Look, all it takes is him getting like 2 defensive touchdowns to make that to make that soiling worth it. You know, Travis Hunter for offensive rookie and defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be a movie. You'd be very happy if you took that man in fantasy.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. Yeah, there isn't really a whole lot to say. It's the Jags. And then we're going on to Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. Oh, God. They signed Tim Boyle? How is that man still getting work? He might be like the worst freaking QB I've seen play, man.
He likes his work in New York.
What, being Rodgers' friend?
Remember, he got to play one game.
He did, and it wasn't good.
It was a game of all time.
Brandon Allen. I feel like that's just a normal backup you see. Old man Tyler Lockett. Old man Van Jefferson.
Damn,
They bring it in the old man squad. Yo, they did bring in Kevin Zeitler though. That's a very good offensive guard.
That's also their old man.
Yeah, he's an old man, but Look, you gotta protect the young asset.
Yeah, they're trying to put weapons around
Ah,
them.
hell yeah, they brought in my boy Xavier Woods. And they brought in the GOAT at punting. They brought in Johnny Hecker.
I think the Colts are very much what you expect them to be.
Cam Ward.
A trial. Trial season.
Obviously, they brought in an edge, a safety. So they're kind of working up the defense.
I like them bringing Lockett and Van Jefferson to have like not like crazy wide receivers, but solid wide receivers who are gonna do their job, so they can figure out if Cam Ward can do his job.
Yeah, they lost. Obviously, Mason Rudolph, Tyler Boyd, Nick Westbrook, and Keenan.
I think they still had Treylon going into this year.
They did
I know
not, or at least if they did, they still have him because he's not on this list of departures.
He retired, I'm pretty sure, or he got
Oh.
injured. I don't remember. Maybe both.
He has been injured. Yeah, he was very unlucky with the injuries, but he's young. It'd be sad if he retired.
I'm gonna look at that real quick. I also think Biggs has happened with him recently.
I actually don't hate the Titans. I think they could play spoiler for a few teams this year. I think it all just depends on what you think of Cam Ward and what he's gonna be, because like
He got waived and then signed with the Eagles.
well, he was not on this list.
Well, he's gonna potentially win a Super Bowl. Good for him.
But we've seen it recently with CJ Stroud. We've seen it recently with Jaden Daniels. Like, you hit on quarterback and it makes life a lot easier. So a lot of it just depends on what you think of Cam Ward. I mean, they still have Calvin Ridley there, who I think fantasy wise, I think he'll be a still at where he's going. I mean, it's a scary pick, but I mean, the man has consistently been the top receiver on whatever team he's on, and I think he'll be good for a young quarterback. You still got Tony Pollard there, who has been the name of consistency.
Oh, it was Tajay Spears that got injured.
Yeah, Tajay. I was gonna say, you got Tajay Spears too, who you'd like to see take a bigger role, but I'm being real. He's the guy that's been unlucky with injuries too, because he got hurt at the start of last year too, and then Tony Pollard kind of took the job, and Tajay never really got another crack at it. He just got backup work. But you got a few veterans in there with old man Lockett and old man Van Jefferson, with Calvin, with Tony Pollard. I mean, I don't know how good their O-line necessarily is, or if Cam Ward's going to be running for their life, but why I do think this is going to be towards the bottom of the division. I do think this is going to be towards the bottom of the division. I mean, over under 5.5, I could see them hitting the over.
Yeah, they should hit the over. And you never know if you're gonna have a rookie sensation breakout or not.
I mean,
this isn't the worst team. This isn't the worst constructed team ever.
We know this. Cam Ward loves to sling the ball, and he's got a receiver there that loves to go for the deep ball.
It's got two receivers there if you count Lockett. I
Yeah.
know Lockett is old, but he still caught some deep balls in Seattle towards the end.
Like I said, I think it's very much an experimental year for Tennessee, but I
think it'll be a fun year.
I think it'll be a fun year. I think you have some decent offensive weapons for Cam Ward to work with.
Yeah, I think you've given him kind of everything he needs offensively. Maybe, I don't know about the O-line, but everything else, I feel like you have like a decent level.
Yeah, you
like
have you have a bona fide one. You got some veterans back there. You got some veterans who can run the ball. Like I said, Tony Pollard's been the word consistent is what comes to mind. So, yeah,
I think you'll figure out if you really got your guy this year or not. If not this year, I think you'll see kind of like his flaws. And stuff.
Yeah. I think this year you will see if you have your guy or not, and you'll be able to build off of the next season. Because I mean, there's two ways it ends. It's either you finish bad and you get a high pick and you go, okay, what do we need to hit? Do we need to hit O-line? Do we need to bring in another receiver? Do we need to bring in a defender? Or the flip side of, we did better than expected. Now, how do we build on that momentum from here?
Yep.
But yeah, very shaky division to start things out. Like I said, I think I like the Jaguars the most, but it'll probably be the Texans.
I like the Texans the most, but I think the Jaguars will be the only team competing with them.
I think the Texans have the hardest schedule. I mean, they do have a first place schedule, so that makes sense. As to, you know, I mean, this schedule they do get the Titans do get the Browns and the Saints on their schedule. You get New England, which I don't think will be an easy game. I actually think that the Titans probably have the easiest schedule, but they were last place. They should have the easiest schedule. They're just trying to figure out what's going on in Tennessee.
Also, CJ Stroud just had a sophomore slump after insane rookie year. I think he'll.
I don't even know if it's a slump. Like, it was a slump compared to his rookie year, but I also think that like the O-line was bad last year, so I think it was more a product of the O-line. But they still won the division, still won a playoff game. So, I mean, I don't know. There's no reason for people to not think
this year.
There's no reason to not think the Texans are going to not win the division, except for I'm biased and I like Trevor.
Yeah, like I said, I think the Jags are the only team that will compete for the division. But I think,
like I said, that Jags team is young. There's a young type of team where if they get a few wins to start off the year, I could definitely see success getting to their head. I hope I'm wrong with that, but like I said, I just the O-line for the Texans worries me deeply. So we'll just have to see. Like I said, I think they'll be fine. I just think it might be hard to keep CJ upright. But I am going to do the foolish thing and take the Jags to win the division and hope by week 6 I'm not like, they're 1-5. Why? And I think the Colts just feel like they're in no man's land to me.
Dude, the Colts. I'll take the Colts at 4th, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's like if you tell me Danny Dimes is gonna start for like a few games and maybe he takes a starting role because he does so well, I think they get 3rd. But if you tell me Richardson's coming in, I'm probably taking him last because Richardson hasn't shown me the things I want to see.
I like this Titans at 5.5. I think that's a very juicy line.
That is a good line. I think they can.
Just like I'll be real. Colts under 7.5 is also juicy.
I'm less into that one just because it has
so many variables.
Yeah, there's so many variables that could happen. Like Like I said, I think Danny Dimes get them 8 wins. I think Richardson could get them 8 wins if he takes that next step. But do I believe that he will, or do I believe it? And I don't think so at the moment.
If we're being
proven wrong, but
if we're being fair about it, the Jags and Texans are probably right where they need to be set.
yeah,
7.5 and 9.5 respectively. Going into the year, I feel like that is
I think
probably fair. But you got anything else you want to say?
I hope Trevor Lawrence has a really good year this year because he is on the hot seat.
Yeah, hopefully he stays healthy.
That too.
I feel like Trevor's produced when he's been healthy. But
he has, I feel like also. It's just that he was hailed as the next Tom Brady and had all these high expectations put on him, and he hasn't delivered the team success that people want, so they're ready to throw him out.
He does have a playoff win.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike
he's been really good.
Unlike the other top first round quarterback that people want to tout that has no accolades. Justin Herbert.
Hey, don't you fucking talk about Justin Herbert like that. We are pro Justin Herbert here.
Hey, we are. I'm just saying he's got to prove it as well. I'm just saying he's got to prove it as well.
We'll talk about when we get to them eventually. But they got Keenan Allen back.
They did. That'd be interesting.
I'm actually really happy for that. That's a nice reunion. Thank God he's out of Chicago.
Dude, I feel like all the good games Keenan Allen had last year was when he was against me in fantasy. I had to play him when he put up the 2 TDs twice. It was bullshit. I was like, what is this, man?
That's amazing.
But yeah, y'all, that's been the AFC South. Shoot, how do we do these plugs and outros? If y'all enjoy, hit the sub button down below for more content like this. We've got a couple other videos we're gonna be doing, including some good vibes, bad vibes gambling in the future. So thank y'all.
Some NBA stuff down the line too.
Yeah, maybe when we get to the start of NBA season. Luckily, football content will feel more organic and natural when the season actually starts. So thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We hope y'all have a great night, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.